Hey everyone, we are here today at Port Orleans French Quarter because Charles is checking in for a night here during our 7 and 7.
So one of the cool things about spending a night in Riverside and then moving for another night over in French Quarter is that I got to check out of one and just walk straight over between the two, and it's a really quick, easy walk. The coolest part about that walk though is you've got this cool outdoorsy kind of rustic feel to Riverside, and then as you start to come into French Quarter, it's like you're walking from a rural area into the downtown city aspect. So they kind of play off each other really well, like it's two parts of the same thing.
Yeah.
So you don't actually feel like you're going from resort to resort. You
Right.
feel like you're going to two parts of the same place, and that was
Right.
really unique for me. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, even with the slightly different theming, they both come together to create like one big awesome, encapsulation of you are here in New Orleans, you are experiencing every aspect of it. So it's pretty cool. In the hotel they have a bar, they have the shop that you can go get all your Mickey stuff, they have a food court, and they have a pool, and they also have an arcade. So we'll go and check all those things out and come and join us. We'll experience it together.
Thank you.
So you're going to be in building 6 on the first floor. 6113 is the room number. You have the vehicle while you're here.
I do not, no, I'm just huffing it.
So if you went out the doors back here, you get down to the road, you make a left. Second building on your right hand side is building number 6. There are elevators and stairs to the building, but you don't need to use them because your room's on the first floor. I want to see what kind of view you have, so I can tell you better where to go. You have a garden view, so it means you're not going to be facing the river. So you might be facing any other ways, but not facing the river.
All right.
If you're going to go to the theme box, the bus depots outside to the right. There are 6 bus routes that stop out here. 1 for Disney World theme box, 1 for Disney Springs, and the bus is called Internal Resort Shuttle. The Internal Resort Shuttle just goes next door to the Riverside.
Oh, okay.
Once it gets to the Riverside, it's known as the Disney Springs bus, goes to all their stops and goes back us at Disney Springs.
He seems very friendly.
Okay, so to compare the two, since I was just at Riverside yesterday and went through the same process, this guy is great. In fact, there's a lot more of that atmosphere here. Every single person, they give you a wink, they give you a nod, they say something. And checking in with this guy, Rich, has just been completely awesome. He's funny, he's entertaining and informative. He actually, he said a lot more about what's available around here than I got when we were checking in with Riverside. So so far, not to overly compare the two, but definitely a good experience.
That was a better angle that you had there. Good thinking.
Off to the hotel room. Already really beautiful grounds here at French Quarter. I like how every door has a different color.
Yeah.
It really gives kind of a party atmosphere. That Mardi Gras feel. I think it's worth noting that unlike Riverside, this hotel is actually not so spread out. So a lot of the rooms are actually fairly close to the lobby.
Yeah.
There we go. First impressions.
So far, I like it. I like the bed frames better.
Yeah?
Mirrors.
Here we go. Big inspection.
So like most of the grout still looks pretty white. Most of the caulking still looks pretty white. It's not overly moldy. Maybe a little split right here. And a little bit of cracking in this corner. This has obviously been broken and patched to some degree. There's plenty of caulk instead of grout right there.
I like this tile. This tile that's kind of...
Yeah.
That's really nice, actually. All right. The dust test.
Yeah. I do not have the experience of this that Pete Werner does, but I'm trying to learn. So let's go ahead and check this out. And yeah, decent bit. It looks like the bed frames are pretty decent. And you know what? We got some right up here as well. This is probably an annoying part to dust, but...
Whoa, when you touch that lamp, it like kind of
Flickered
a little.
Okay, so we're not doing great with the dust test on this one. Yeah,
Oh.
I'm picking off a decent bit every single time we try this. Let's try the paving over here. Right, that one's relatively good. It's not too bad, but as opposed to the last room we tried, yeah, I think this one could use just a little better in the particulars of their housekeeping, those little things. But overall, it looks pretty clean, so it's not like a gross place to be in or anything. But I don't think it measures up to Pete's dust test.
You got a safe. It's a pretty small safe. Can't really put a lot in there. Go ahead.
Yeah, so one thing that Rich didn't mention, they have this same thing here, this movie Under the Stars, between buildings 5 and 6 in the French Quarter Green. Monday it's got Beauty and the Beast, and on Saturday it's got Cars 3. But we're actually within really short walking distance of the Riverside movie Under the Stars, where it's the exact same thing. They show a movie out in the open. It's really cool. And if you don't have one going on at the French Quarter, like, it's not a far walk at all. It's like 30 seconds to 2 minutes that way to go see it over at Riverside. So, and they do those all week long. They've got a movie every single night of the week. So if you don't have one in French Quarter, make the walk if you want to go see one and go over to Riverside, because that's still totally an available opportunity for you.
Okay, so each of you should have 6 drinks. I see a couple more.
All right, so we are here with our little alligator buddy, and we're gonna go hit the pool bar, cleverly named
Mardi Gras.
Look at that! I like the naming. The naming convention. I'm into. I'm into that. Let's go get a drink, Charles.
All right, sounds good.
So I got the Captain's Mai Tai. I'm looking forward to it. I love to get Mai Tai.
We got off the plane, it was 5.
Oh, it's really good, actually. I was a little bit worried it was gonna be really sweet, but you can definitely taste the rum. They have all of your pool necessities right here. Pool towels and trunks, suntan lotion, lots of toys, some stuffed animals, kind of all the normal resort stuff. The weirdest part about this store to me is how they just have all these legs up here. I think these legs are a little bit strange. Here's a guy's butt. It's just, that's all it is. It's just some legs. Oh man, I gotta get one of these. Look at this. They have some French Quarter merchandise here. Some mugs, some toothpick holders. These are not shot glasses. They're toothpick holders. We have some of these tumblers here. And of course, pins. They also have a Riverside pin here. And they also have some art down here of the resort. That's pretty nice.
Whether I'm getting it or not, this is something that I saw in Disneyland that I was trying to describe to everybody, and nobody had seen it here before. And I've been looking at it from like stores to stores to store around Walt Disney World property, and I'm not really sure whether like it's existed here and I'm just now noticing it, but I've just seen it at the last 2 gift shops, so I should probably get it because it kind of reminds me of my trip there. This is just a little tea steeper, Alice in Wonderland themed, but
I think it's telling you something
yeah.
if it keeps popping up.
Yeah, it's like metal and glass, and like it's kind of durable and kind of cool. Comes with some tea, but there's also like a huge selection of teas that you can get. You can pretty much put anything in it. It's like a French press, but for tea, just small. So I think I might have to get it.
All right, guys, I think I'm getting a little hungry. Now it is time to grab some food here at the Sassagoula Floatworks and Food Factory. So why don't you explain a little bit about what we're doing here?
It's very similar to the quick service at the Sister Resort over on Riverside. It's just a food court, so it's like 4 kiosks combined, and it's got a bit of a Cajun flair to a lot of the stuff. I've been here quite a few times in the past, but it's been at least 3 or 4 months, I think, since the last time I've eaten here. I remember liking their gumbo. Other than that, everything else is a mystery to me. So I'm looking forward to taking another glance at the place and seeing what they have on offer.
Yeah, and we definitely had some good lunch yesterday at the Sister Resort, so I am looking forward to seeing what they have in here. Let's check it out, Charles.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, so Charles, you got the jambalaya.
I did.
Tell me what you think of it. He's really thinking hard about this one.
I wanted to make sure that I got some chicken and some sausage first. It's good. I think it's spicier than just like flat bland, but it's not so spicy that somebody who doesn't like really hot foods is gonna hate it. Yeah, it's got more spice than I expected, but it's still really good. It's not gonna overheat you or anything like that. Very flavorful. The cornbread that comes with it, it's relatively moist. It's not the best cornbread I've ever had. Don't get it for the cornbread, but yeah, it's got a lot of flavor to it. I think it ran around $10, all things included, and there's a significant amount here. I got the jambalaya instead of the gumbo because I've had the gumbo here before a couple times, and it's usually pretty good. And I wanted to try out something different, but still kind of New Orleans Cajun. And I'd definitely get the jambalaya again, so I'd say it's a pretty good call.
All right, so I got chicken on a biscuit, and the picture kind of had it covered in like a sauce, so I thought it was going to be kind of like a Nashville style chicken. They put like a little bit of sauce on top, but I'm kind of disappointed by this. Maybe it'll taste really good. This biscuit is actually really hard too, so maybe it'll taste super good. Yeah. This isn't what I expected at all. In the photo, it almost looks like buffalo chicken, like Nashville hot chicken or something. And they even have the pickles on top. And this is more just like a, I don't know, piece of fried chicken with and the sauce is kind of sweet. The voodoo sauce is like kind of sweet. I expected it to be spicy. So, not exactly my favorite thing. Also, people, take a look at this coleslaw. Look at this. Is this coleslaw or like some kind of soup? Don't ignore the piece of my biscuit that fell in there. But look at this. I don't even know. I'm gonna take a bite, but I'm a little worried. There's way too much dressing. I like coleslaw with like a good amount of dressing on it, but that is ridiculous. And last but not least, wow. These are really salty fries.
Are they Cajun seasoned? Or?
You know what? I guess so. Did I even open this? Yeah. I'm gonna get a little bit of ranch. Maybe that'll help cool the saltiness down a little. They're good. They're really salty. If it is Cajun, I taste nothing but salt. So, I don't know. Steak fries are also not my favorite, but these are actually cooked really well. The thing I don't like about steak fries is when they're like mushy, but these are good, so. I don't know. We are done with our lunch of okayness. On to the king cake. I'm actually really excited about this. I've never actually had a king cake before, and we are here at the Sasakula Float Works. So I was like, well, gotta get the king cake. Might as well. Ugh, it's really much harder than I expected. Oh my gosh, I can't even break through, but maybe there's some secret sugar thing at the bottom that I don't know about. Okay, I'm gonna need to grab a knife. Forgive my ignorance, I thought it would be kind of like a bundt cake that I would just kind of glide through with my fork. Here we go. King cake. So it's kind of like a cross between a cinnamon roll and like a croissant. It's actually pretty good. Really flaky on the inside. But I can see why it was so hard to break apart because, like I said, it was a little bit like a really tough croissant. So overall, it was a little bit expensive, at about $6, but I kind of recommend it. I think if you want to get a couple people in on this and have a little New Orleans experience, the king cake's not a bad way to do it.